Wants to Be a Millionaire. Dan Blonsky, Miami, Florida. Second young man on the road who's taken his mother here to New York.
Guys bringing their moms, it's a sign of some problem in their personal life.
You won $500.
If I hit about 11 more of these, I'm smoking a big one. It's cigars, tea.
You won $1,000. Now, join us from New York for night 40 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Very much. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. This series continues, but now we really are a regular television series. We're on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights. So those of you who are completely addicted will have to find something else to do on those other 4 nights, and I'm sure you will, too. Sometimes, though, it seems like everybody in the country is watching this show, but the question that Dan Blonsky from Miami, our contestant tonight, had the other night was, Elle Macpherson, are you out there? Are you watching? Happens that he is a big fan of this beautiful model and said it would be a thrill to meet her while he's here in New York. And Dan, you know what happened?
What happened?
Only on television, pal. Nothing! She never called.
Well, you know, Regis...
Get over it.
I should have gone for the single supermodel. It was a mistake.
There you go. But anyway, welcome back to our show, and your mom is up there. What is your mother? Hope, what do you do?
I teach.
You teach? Mm-hmm. What grade?
I teach pre-K, 4-year-olds.
My gosh, it would seem like only yesterday that young Dan was in that class.
I don't know.
Okay, you've won $2,000. You're 9 questions away from winning $1 million. The rules are simple. The more questions you get right, the more money you win. Once you reach the $32,000 level, you're guaranteed to leave with at least that much money. All of your 3 lifelines are intact. 50-50, where the computer will take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving the correct answer and 1 wrong answer. Ask the audience, where you can poll our studio audience to see what they think the answer is. Finally, you can phone a friend, where our friends at AT&T will help you call anyone, anywhere in the country to see if they can help you out. So, Dan, if you are ready, why don't we do it? Why don't we play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. $4,000, Dan. Here it comes. Which New York City building was bombed by terrorists in 1993? Grand Central Terminal, World Trade Center, City Hall, Empire State Building.
Well, I remember that event. I don't remember where I was at the time, but I remember the event. And they bombed the World Trade Center, B.
Final answer?
Final answer.
World Trade Center, he says. He's right for $4,000. Eight questions away from $1 million, going for $8,000, and here it comes. In the film Notting Hill, where does Hugh Grant's character work? At a bookstore, in a clothing store, a restaurant, antique shop.
I did not see the movie. I read a review of it, so I have an idea. But just to be comfortable, I think I'll poll the audience on this one.
Gonna poll the audience. Audience, we need a little help here for Dan. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. Wow, 88% feel it's a bookstore.
Well, it's nice when the audience supports what you thought it was, so I'm going to go with A, bookstore.
Okay, is that your final answer?
That is my final answer.
Final answer? Everybody's right, it was a bookstore. Yeah. Very romantic movie. He was working at a bookstore, she wandered in. Could have been you and Elle Macpherson.
Could have been.
Going for $16,000, Dan. Take a look. Panama borders which of the following countries to connect Central and South America? Ecuador, Venezuela, Nicaragua, Colombia.
All right. I'm I know they just gave back the Panama Canal, and I read about Panama becoming independent, really because the U.S. wanted to build a canal. And I'm trying to remember whether it's Venezuela or Colombia it became independent from. I think I've got my South American map in my head, and Colombia is the country that Panama borders.
You say it's Colombia.
That's what I believe.
Going to be your final answer?
That will be my final answer.
You're right, it's Colombia. You won $16,000. Okay, doing good this guy. Won $16,000, going for 32. 2 lifelines are left. 6 away from $1 million. We'll be right back. All right, we're back now, and Dan Blonsky from Miami, Florida, is in the hot seat right now. He's won $16,000. How do you feel now?
I feel good.
I understand that before you came here, you were reluctant to tell your friends down there in Florida that you were coming here. Why?
Well, I didn't want to get up here and blow like a $300 question. I'd rather not get up here.
Well, you think nobody would notice you were here if you didn't tell them?
Well, if I was hiding in the back and didn't get up here, it'd be all right.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. But you're in pretty good shape right now.
So far,
you're
so
going
good.
for $32,000. You're 6 away from $1 million. And, are you ready?
I am.
Well, why don't we do it? Let's play. Come on, here we go. What did the 45-foot-tall Hollywood sign say when it was originally built in 1923? Hollywood, CA. Hello, Hollywood. Hollywoodland. Hollywoodville.
There's an advantage to watching a lot of TV, and one of the advantages is I don't remember who died in a mystery or scandal, but I saw in mysteries or scandals that some starlet died, and the sign was Hollywood Land, which was a development or something they were doing.
Good eyes.
Hollywood Land is my final answer.
Final answer, Hollywood Land. For $32,000, you got it. There it is, Dan, your name on it.
All right.
It's good that you remembered that, but you have 2 lifelines left. You're at a safe haven right now. You won $32,000. You can't leave with less than that. Let's check it out now for $64,000. What comedian was a featured player on both In Living Color and Saturday Night Live? Was it Keenan Ivory Wayans, Jim Carrey, Chris Rock, Ellen Cleghorn?
Wasn't Keenan Ivory Wayans. I think it was Jim Carrey. I do not think it was Ellen Cleghorn. And I remember Chris Rock on Saturday Night Live, and I don't remember him on In Living Color, but I seem to remember hearing that he was on it right before they canceled it. So, given I've got nothing to lose and I feel pretty good about it, I'm going to say it's Chris Rock.
You have 2 lifelines left. You're going to go ahead and say Chris Rock. C, final answer?
Final answer.
By gosh, you got it right. $64,000. Chris Rock. Very good. Didn't seem too sure about that one, but you nailed it.
Well, I felt okay about it.
Good for you. All right, so you've won $64,000. Should you miss in here, you're reduced to $32,000. But here it comes now for $125,000. What country first granted women the right to vote in national elections in 1971? The Philippines, Switzerland, Morocco, Hungary.
I think I know this one, but given where we are, just to make myself a little more comfortable, let me use a 50-50 on it.
50-50. All right, computer, would you please take away 2 of the wrong answers, leaving Dan 1 wrong answer and the correct one?
All right, what I think it is still there.
Switzerland and Hungary.
And I thought it was Switzerland, and I think even more so it's Switzerland, so B, Switzerland's my final answer.
B, Switzerland is your final answer for $125,000, and you got it. It's $125,000 to this guy. There it is. Well, you know, all of a sudden you are there. You're 3 questions away from winning $1 million, and you still have the phone a friend lifeline. So here we go for $250,000, and if you missed, you lose $93,000. But check it out for $250,000. When she used her CB radio in the White House, former First Lady Betty Ford went by what handle? First Mama, Jerry's Girl, Columbia, Lady Liberty.
Well, I don't know why, but I think I know this. I haven't seen a CB in 15 years, and I haven't seen Betty Ford in 20. But my recollection is she was First Mama.
Okay, now, you know, this is serious money. First Mama, final answer?
That's my final answer.
He's going for it. He's got it. First Mama. He's won $250,000, going for $500,000. 1 lifeline is left. We'll be right back to see how he does in just a moment. There it is, $250,000. Your name on it, Dan. All right, we're getting up there now. He's 2 questions away from $1 million. I got to ask you about that. How do you feel now, Mom?
I can't even tell you.
Yeah. A little more exciting than teaching pre-K,
Yeah,
right?
It truly is.
Yeah. Well, he's glad to have you there. And how do you feel, big boy?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah. You're not going to believe this, but you know who we just heard from?
Did we?
Elle McPherson called. Just kidding.
Okay,
here we go.
Didn't think so.
I wish she would call. She's a beautiful lady. All right, here you go. You've won $250,000. Should you miss in here, you're going to lose $218,000, be reduced to $32,000. Should you win, $500,000. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's play. In 1974, which celebrity appeared on the first cover of People magazine? Elizabeth Taylor, Jane Fonda, Mary Tyler Moore, Mia Farrow.
All right, Regis, hit one I do not know. But I do have a lifeline, and let me think about which of my friends would sit there reading People magazine 25 years ago. I have a couple of contenders.
Tell me about them.
Well, my friend who's a scientist, he's out.
Let's not call him.
My dad, he's out. Thinking of, let's see. I'm gonna call my friend Jeff.
Jeff, think he would know, huh?
He has the best shot.
Okay, let's find out. Our friends at AT&T will get Jeff on the line. We'll see if he can help.
Hello.
Hello, Jeff.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Regis Philbin here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay, good. We're calling from our New York studios here on the west side of New York. I'm here with Dan Blonsky, and he needs your help.
Okay.
I know you can't see us right now, but a lot of excitement going on. He's won $250,000.
Wow.
He's going for $500,000. And he needs your help.
Okay.
All right. When he comes on the line, he's going to read a question and 4 possible answers. One of them is the right answer. So the next voice you hear will be Dan's. You have 30 seconds, Dan, and your time starts right now.
All right, Crockett, in 1974, which celebrity appeared on the first cover of People magazine? Elizabeth Taylor, Jane Fonda, Mary Tyler Moore, or Mia Farrow? You need those again?
Yeah, please.
Elizabeth Taylor, Jane Fonda, Mary Tyler Moore, Mia Farrow, 11 seconds.
Was definitely Mia Farrow.
Definitely?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, big bucks, man.
I know.
All the lifelines are gone.
Well, I had no idea, have no idea. I like to think if I miss it, Jeff's just my law partner, so I'd like to think he'd make it up to me.
Keep thinking.
Because clearly, if it's wrong, it's on him. But having moved the blame and given the confidence in his voice, I'm gonna follow Jeff Crockett's advice and say Mia Farrow.
And that's going to be your final answer?
That's my final answer.
You just won $500,000. Mia Farrow. That's a good partner, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you're only the fourth contestant ever to win this much money, $500,000. And all your lifelines are gone now. You're going for the million. Might as well take a look at it, see how you feel about it. Are you ready, Dan?
Sure.
This is a biggie. Here it is. The Earth is approximately how many miles away from the sun? 9.3 million, 39 million, 93 million, 193 million miles away from the sun.
Well, if this was a $4,000 question, I'd tell you right now.
Well, let me remind you though about this. $500,000. If you miss, you lose 468,000. Go back to 32.
Yeah, it ain't chump change. I took astronomy in college. I took it a long time ago, my first semester of my freshman year.
Remember anything about these two and their relationship in terms of distance?
I have thought. My thought is 93 million miles. And, you know, all the numbers revolve around that. It's not 39, not 9.3. I'm pretty sure it's 93. So I'm gonna make that my final answer.
Guts ball, my friend.
Take a
Guts
shot.
ball all the way. Let me repeat this. Is this your final answer?
This is my final answer.
You just won $1 million! Oh, fabulous! How are you? Isn't that great? Here, Bob, hold this thing. Great going, Dan. Absolutely fabulous. Good luck to you. Enjoy it. $1 million. Dan Blonsky just won $1 million. We're going to get Ed McPherson on the phone. We'll be right back in just a moment. Well, how in the world do you follow that? Still can't believe it. It's happened again. An incredibly difficult stack of questions. And how much does he owe his phone friend Jeff for that answer? Jeff saw that cover in high school, had just seen The Great Gatsby, remembered Mia Farrow, all came back to him 25 years later and had the right answer. But right now, we've got 10 new contestants who are going to have to try to follow that. Who are they tonight? Let's find out. They are Larry Lamb, Monroe, Michigan. Kate Hadley, Chicago, Illinois. Joel Vincent, Simpsonville, South Carolina. Alan Peterman, Syracuse, New York. Kevin Chizowski, Raleigh, North Carolina. Alan Elliott, Houston, Texas. Jason Dentelback, Baltimore, Maryland. Carol McNellis, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Joe Bartolomeo, Florence, Maine. Tom Weinsack, Columbia, Tennessee. All right, contestants, congratulations on getting here this far. Here's how it works from here on in. In a moment, a question and 4 answers will appear on your screens. The one who puts those answers in the correct order in the fastest time will be our next player. Audience, we need your complete silence here. Here comes the question. Put these Aaron Spelling television shows in order of their debut, beginning with the earliest. Dynasty, Fantasy Island, Beverly Hills 90210, The Love Boat. All right, everybody, time's up. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest, and it was The Love Boat, Fantasy Island, then came Dynasty, and then Beverly Hills 90210. That's the correct order. Let's see who got it right, and in the fastest time, Jason Dentelback. There you go. Congratulations, Jason. You're an Aaron Spelling fan, huh? Yeah. Let's go win $1 million. Oh, boy. That was really something, but the show goes on as it always does. And now Jason Dentelback has won the fastest finger competition. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
24 years old from Baltimore, Maryland. Wants to go back to the University of Maryland and pick up his MBA.
Yes.
Good for you. And your father's in the audience, man named Stuart. Stuart, how are you?
Great.
You know, Jason said the first time he ever heard that you cried, he'd never seen you cry, but you cried when he won this competition.
Yeah, I cried the other night, and I cried every time I got his college bills.
Yeah, and you never saw that.
No.
And you're going to cry some more when you get his MBA bills.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's see if we can maybe circumvent that. If you win a bundle of money here, the next part of your education is on you, right?
Okay.
All right, Jason. Well, good luck to you. You know about the rules. You know about the lifelines, 50-50. Ask the audience, phone a friend. It's all here. So if you're ready, Jason, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Here we go. For $100. According to the old proverb, a stitch in time saves what? Lives. Face. 9. Money.
The answer is C.
It's a good one. You won $100. Stitch in time saves 9. All right, for $200, here we go. What type of mythical monster is Bram Stoker's Dracula? Mummy, vampire, swamp creature, tax auditor.
Dracula is B, a vampire.
Yes, he's a vampire. You're right, for $200. $300, Jason. Check it out. Which of these has never been a featured fruit in the Fruit of the Loom logo? Apple, grape, cherry, kiwi.
D, kiwi.
Kiwi it is. $300. We're going for $500 here. Which of these warnings is mentioned in Paul Revere's Ride? 1 if by sea, 1 if by land, 2 if by air, 2 if by land.
B, 1 if by land.
Final answer.
Yes.
Yes, it's his final answer. Yes, it's a good one. Going for $1,000. Which of the following cannot be found on an album by Prince and the Revolution? Orange Crush, Little Red Corvette, Raspberry Beret, Purple Rain.
A, Orange Crush.
You're right, Jason. Orange Crush. You won $1,000. $10 questions away from $1 million. I mean, can it happen again, Jason? You bet it can. Come on. $2,000. Take a look. What hopeless geek was portrayed by actor Jaleel White on the TV sitcom Family Matters? Screech, Urkel, JJ, Theo.
Jaleel White played B. Urkel.
Final answer?
Yes.
You got it for $2,000. It was Urkel. Jason on a roll here. Here it comes for $4,000. What is the amino acid in turkey that makes you tired? Pepsin, lysine, tryptophan, turmeric.
C. Tryptophan.
Confident?
Fairly confident, yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, you're right, tryptophan. For $4,000. Going for $8,000. All of us, is it going to happen again? I don't know. Come on back and see. "24-year-old Jason Dettelbach from Baltimore, Maryland is going for $8,000 right now. I mean, we just had a $1 million winner, Jason. It's all quite exciting, and you're on your way. You've got 3 lifelines with you. You gave us an interesting theory about why you brought your dad as your friend to the audience. Do you know this, Dad?
I heard.
Why? What is the reason?
What's the reason he wanted to leave all the smart people home?
Yep.
Jason. All right. And you're pretty good at trivia, though, aren't you?
Yeah,
You're
I've
a part
done-
of a trivia team?
I've done competitions throughout high school and then when I was in college and competed against other people from around the country.
Good for you. That helps a lot. All right, Jason, I mean, this is it. We're going for $8,000, 8 questions away from $1 million. Mickey Mouse must be going nuts right now. $2 million in one night? It can't happen.
Let's hope it can.
Yeah, let's hope it can is right. For $8,000, here it comes. Which presidential candidate is currently a U.S. Senator from the Grand Canyon State? Steve Forbes, Bill Bradley, John McCain, George W. Bush.
I have a good idea here, but I think I'd like to ask the audience.
Sure, fine, no problem. Audience, Jason needs your help right now. On your keypads using A, B, C, or D, please vote now. Okay, 77% feel it's John McCain.
That's what I was thinking. I will go with C, John McCain.
That would be your final answer?
Yes.
It's a good one. You won $8,000. Seven away from that $1 million jackpot. If you miss in here, you know, you'll go back to $1,000. But here it is for $16,000. In what sport might you encounter a wicket keeper defending wooden stumps? Squash, lacrosse, rugby, cricket.
Wicket keeper. D, cricket.
Final answer?
Yes.
You're right. You won $16,000. That was a tough question, especially if you're from the Bronx, you know what I mean? We're going for $32,000 right here. 6 questions away from $1 million, and here it is, Jason. Postcards from the Edge is an autobiographical story based on the life of which woman? Carrie Fisher, Nora Ephron, Meryl Streep, Meg Ryan. Two lifelines left, Jason. We can call somebody. You can narrow it down by 2.
I think I'd like to use a lifeline. The 50-50, please.
50-50. Computer, would you take away 2 of the wrong answers for Jason, leaving 1 wrong answer and the correct one, please? Carrie Fisher, Nora Ephron.
I think I'd like to phone a friend.
Sure. Who would you like to call?
David.
David is a friend of yours?
Yes.
All right, fine. We'll get David on the line. AT&T will track him down, bring him to us, see if he can help.
Hello?
Hello, David.
What up, Regis?
You thought it'd be me, huh?
What's up?
Well, I'm here. I'm here with Jason. Needs a little help. He's won $16,000, going for $32,000.
Okay.
In a moment, he's going to read you a question and then two possible answers. One of them, of course, the correct answer.
All right.
So the next voice you hear will be Jason. Jason has 30 seconds, and they start right now.
Postcards from the Edge is a autobiographical story based on the life of which woman? Carrie Fisher or Nora Ephron?
Carrie Fisher.
It's Carrie Fisher?
Yep.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
All right, Jay.
Thanks.
Later.
Yep. He says it's Carrie Fisher, and I'll go with Carrie Fisher.
And that'll be your final answer?
Yes.
He was absolutely right, Carrie Fisher. You won $32,000. Well, there it is. All right, David came through for you. Is he one of your partners in this trivia team?
Yes, he is.
Good. All right, so here we go. 5 questions away from $1 million, going for $64,000 right now. If you miss, you're still going to have $32,000. Let's take a look at it. Which of the following European countries has the same name as its capital city? Albania, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Liechtenstein.
I believe the answer is C, Luxembourg. Yeah.
Pretty confident?
Yes.
Making that your final answer.
Yes.
He says Luxembourg. He's right for $64,000. Jason, working without a net, all his lifelines are gone. 4 questions away from $1 million. We're going for $125,000, and here it is. What political position was Albert Einstein offered but declined? President of Israel, British Prime Minister, U.S. Ambassador, UN Secretary General.
I'm really not sure on this one, but I think I'm going to try A, President of Israel.
You know, if you miss, you're back down to $32,000. If you get it, $125,000. So, President of Israel, that going to be your final answer?
Yes.
He's going for it. He's got it. He's won $125,000. All right, he's going for $250,000. No lifelines left. Let's see how he does. Come on back. Jason Dentelback. There it is, $125,000. Wow. Could it be that we're going to get another $1 million winner tonight? We don't know yet. All right, Jason, now let me check in with your dad. Stuart, what do you think so far?
Oh, this is fabulous. Just fabulous. He's
Are
doing
you-
great.
Do you know the answers as he's giving them?
I don't even know where we are.
All right, Jason. So here it is. You won $125,000. You lose here, you lose $93,000. You'll be reduced to $32,000. But if you win, $250,000. So right now you're 3 away from $1 million. You got all that?
I think so.
Let's play. Here we go. Which of these animals is reportedly responsible for the most human deaths in Africa? Lion, crocodile, hippopotamus, Cape Buffalo.
I have no idea. And that $125,000 sounds real good. So, I think I'm going to stop now.
Going to stop now?
Yes.
I can understand that. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
If you would, that's your final decision, though, right?
Yes.
If you had to make a guess for $250,000, what do you think it would be?
Hippopotamus.
And you would have been right. But here's a check for $125,000, Jason.
Whoa.
Good luck, Jason. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good for Jason. And on behalf of ABC Accountants, thank you very much for going easy on us. But we've still got 9 more contestants, so here's the next fastest finger question. Here it comes. Put these Supreme Court justices in the order of their appointment, starting with the earliest. Louis Brandeis, David Souter, Abe Fortas, Benjamin Cardozo. All right, time's up, everybody. Let's see the answer in the correct order, starting with the earliest. Louis Brandeis, Benjamin Cardozo, Abe Fortas, David Souter. That's the right order. Let's see who got it right in the fastest time. Joel Vincent. Yeah, Joel, yeah. Yeah. Woo! Joel Vincent. He's the guy. Come on, let's play. "28-year-old Joel Vincent, a barrel of Southern Energy here from Simpsonville, South Carolina." That's near Greenville, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
What do you
it
do,
is.
Joel?
I'm actually a sales supervisor.
Your wife, Tracy, up in the audience? I believe you met at work.
Yes, we did.
Who was the first one to come on to the other one?
Well, she says it's not her, but that's not true.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's the aggressive one in the family.
No.
Right.
More aggressive than you?
Very aggressive.
It's hard to believe. But you know, I probably know how you won her too. Believe it or not, this guy's got, they tell me, a beautiful singing voice.
Yeah, I actually sing a lot of karaoke. I love
you?
karaoke.
When you go to those karaoke bars, what song do you sing?
Actually, one of my favorites is "Ain't Too Proud to Beg."
Can we get a little sample of this?
I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean that much to me. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, please don't leave me, girl.
Joel Vincent, The Temptations. Now, how about a little Supremes? Just kidding, Joel. All right, congratulations. You're here. You know the rules. You know about your lifelines. 50-50, ask the audience, phone a friend. It's all here. So if you're ready, Joel Vincent, let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? For $100. According to a well-known expression, the bigger they come, the harder they what? Fall, punch, slam dance, sleep.
My heart's still racing, but
Sure.
I think that on this one, the expression actually goes, the bigger they come, the harder they fall. So I'll go with A.
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
You're right. The harder they fall, $100. For $200. Which of the following dogs is also the name of a national bus transportation company? Bulldog, Whippet, St. Bernard, Greyhound.
D. Greyhound.
You're right, it's a Greyhound. You won $200. Oh, well, there you go. There's that sound. You know what that means, don't you? We're out of time for tonight. But Joel will be back here Thursday night, and joining him will be 10 new contestants from all over the country. And they are Ann Hall Rogolinsky, Randall Kelly, Jason Reynolds, Nathaniel Zylstra, Marty Anderson, Alan Shakin, Ryan Fodara, Jim Heck, Chris Maiden, Esther Bodarky. Well, what an unbelievable evening this has been. The second $1 million winner in worldwide history of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Standing right here. Congratulations again, Dan. We'll see you back here Thursday night. At what time?
8 Central, when Joel also win $1 million.
All right, stay tuned now for Dharma and Greg here on ABC. From New York, everybody. Good night.